Well, at least it's better than Ghostbusters 2. Ghostbuster is a movie directed by Paul Feige, who also directed The Heat and Spy, and I'm actually a big fan of his. So in this time around, it also features Melissa McCarthy, but she's joined by Kate McKinnon, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones, and Chris Hemsworth. Now, the story is pretty much the same as the original. So it's a theme of three friends that are scientists and they study ghosts. And now they see an increase of ghost activities around New York City. And they have to stop it and stop an invasion of ghosts at the last minute, and they have to fight against prejudice and whatnot at the same time, and not being believed by the whole bureaucracy and the mayor of New York and the whole population. So that's pretty much the same as the original. They just did it better the last time around. And that's the biggest problem with the story. That's why I don't understand why they did a reboot and not a sequel. They must have known that the original was really, really good, and this is the type of movie where it's easy to do a sequel since it's a team thing. So they could have just said, okay, well, there's a new team, and they gave it, like the old team gave the new team this, like the Ghostbuster mandate, and now they have to go around and chase ghosts. So it's easy to do. So why not do a sequel instead, 20, 30 years in the future? It's such an easy thing to do. Yet, they decided to do a reboot because it's a lazy, easy thing to do. You take the same story, change the beats, change some twists, some turns, and voila, you got a new story. And you make ton and ton of money with it. There are some really good reboots, there are some amazing reboots, but this is not one of them. It's not a horrible one. I had a lot of fun with it. It's entertaining, but it's not good. It's not great. It's just fine. It's okay. And if they made a sequel, it could have been really, really great. And that's the thing. I think the only part that's actually better than the original would be the special effects. And I would hope so, because technology got better over 30 years. So if the special effect would have been worse, there would have been a really big problem, especially since it's a big budget movie. So the special effects are also better than the trailers as well. So if you thought that in the trailers they look like shit, they are actually really good in the movie. So it's a really good movie when you look at the special effects, but it's actually really not better. It's not really bad compared to the original. It's just not really great. It's not as good. It's not better, but it's not like really, really bad, horrible. It's just okay. It's there, it exists, it's just fine. And that's the problem. If you cannot make it better than the original, then don't make it. It's pointless. Just make a sequel. It's just pointless to reboot it. As for the characters, Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy have amazing chemistry, and it shows on screen, and that's what makes it so great to watch, so entertaining to watch. I think that was the biggest part of why I enjoyed the movie. Kristen Wiig's got the biggest laugh from me. I know a lot of people love Kate McKinnon. For me, it's a hit and miss. She's mostly there to make funny faces, which is why she's funny at first, then it gets just boring and not as funny, and it's just awkward. And so yeah, it's a hit and miss in my opinion. As for Leslie Jones, from the trailer I thought she would be the weakest point, and it's actually, she's really great in it. She knows, like, she's got the most character development, she knows the story, she's actually funny, and actually she's a great part of the story. And then we get to Chris Hemsworth, who's, oh boy, Chris Hemsworth, yeah. It's not the actor the problem, he gave it all, he really gave it all. He did. The problem is the script. They made his character the dumbest moron and an asshole. He's, I could not, he got on my nerve from the beginning. He's a moron. And I mean, he's the only lead guy, and I know you want to make strong female characters and that's what you want to make your story about. But he's a moron and a dumbass, and it gets on my nerve, and I couldn't stand it. And after 5 minutes, I wanted him to go away. And you shouldn't want your character to go away after 5 minutes in your movie. That's not what it should be about. So that's the biggest disappointment. I thought, oh, that's cool. The secretary's got a bigger part. So that should be fun. It's not just like she's there to look pretty, she's there to be like some punchline. But by God, I wish he was just a punchline, because he's dumb and horrible. And that was the biggest mistake from, I think, the screenwriter and the director. It was just horrible. And yeah, no, it got on my nerve, and I hated the part. And it's not Chris Hemsworth's fault, it's the script. The script was written, his character was so badly written. It was horrible. So all in all, this movie was entertaining and fun, but it just felt like a cash grab and pointless. It felt like a pointless movie that couldn't get as good or anywhere as good as the original. It was better than Ghostbusters 2, as I said before, but it couldn't get anywhere as good as the original. So why remake it? If you cannot get as good as the original, why would you remake a movie? It's just pointless. So that was my biggest problem with this movie, is that it's a reboot, but it's not as good as the original. It's not as funny, and there's so many flaws with the script that, yes, I could enjoy it, but I would not buy it, and I would not see it again. I saw it once, it was fun, it was fine, I laughed at the jokes, at least chuckled most of the time, but I would not pay to see it again, and I had fun, but that's it. So, all in all, I would give Ghostbusters a C+. So, alright guys, thank you for watching, and leave your comments below.